it has potential.
All right, gentlemen.
PSG will start this time.
So you know what not to pick?
Yep.
You know, I feel like NIP, this has been their series, and I'm going to go with them. I feel like brought his A game on the drafting, and I'm ready for them to...
I actually think EG's lanes are way better this game than their team fight. It comes down to this Phoenix, but I was not that convinced from last game. I think EG's got this.
Yeah, I agree. I think EG's got this as well. I think Sumail or Fada will struggle a lot mid. Like any rotation mid from Crit or someone, and Fada is dead, and we're going to have that 0-5 storm again. So EG.
All right. Well, let's find out what's going to happen in that third game. I'm curious to hear what our commentary team thinks about this third game. Owen and Fog?
Yeah, it should be a fun one. It's good to see sort of the standard approach from PPD. You know, he's just lost with a Drow strat against a Terra play, but he says, no, I can beat it. I'll let it happen again. They take a similar opening approach. But some new heroes, the Elder Titan and then the Storm. You guys have you kind of doubt the Storm. It's understandable. Storm's not done too hot.
I'm sure you're pretty happy with the Elder Titan, Fog.
I'm happy with the ET, but this time they don't have this like overwhelming push strategy with like a Visage that just like kind of crushes stuff, and they don't have the super dominant team fight this time. Like EG, they drafted a lot of team fight and catch this time, so I don't know, we'll see.
We'll see what will happen. Take it away, gents. Game 3.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. It's game 3. Evil Geniuses up against Ninjas in Pyjamas. The game to see who's going to remain in the competition and see who is going home. And we've got a lot of fun going on here. There's a lot of team fight potential from NIP with the Shaker Phoenix that we saw a glimpse of in game 2, but now with this added Elder Titan on top of it all. But EG with some good countermeasures to it. The run we can expect to come into play from Sumail's Kunkka down the line. The Brew S4 Brewmaster could do so much to disrupt these attempts at fights. And NIP, as we say, resting their hopes on this last pick, Storm. The pressure is on for Fada. Can he make this hero work?
Absolutely. I mean, I just was checking the stats. This hero won 25% of the games out of 8 games. So, yeah, not doing the greatest.
Let's have a look. Oh, nice bit, friendly bit of chit-chat before the game.
How nice. Nice 1 HP mid. Look at that. See, it's just pure respect. And crit tips fly. And you know why crit tips fly? Because he did the Bane sleep. So yeah, they're all going to tip him. Alright, so this time around, I do agree with what Pi was talking about. I do fly saving the day. Yeah, see, mind control knows too.
He's bang on.
This
absolutely
time,
did.
I do think EG's lanes are quite a bit stronger. That last time, I mean, the Tusk Bat Rider, the thing is, like, these heroes, Tusk and Bat, they're weird. We don't see them that often because they can be hit or miss. Like, EG, they had that, of course, super fortunate situation that happened mid, and they kind of snowballed into this nice win for them. This time now, they have this big team fight. They've got this Brewmaster who can be really, really potent. And I mean, I'm wanting to see what PPD can do on the Elder Titan. We'll see how much pressure he can actually apply onto Arteezy and where he actually decides to put himself. Is he going to be laning top? Is he going to be laning bottom? It's going to be bottom.
Okay, so sort of offering that backup required for Ace's Drow. I mean, last game, we did see, NIP with the Drow lineup, they had a brilliant start. Ace he was pretty much on top of the net worth for the entirety of the opening of the game until EG really managed to hit back and start to swing the game back around. He played it perfectly on the Drought.
Yeah, he did have a Nature's Prophet securing his lane, though. That is the one big difference. We're going to see how much PPD can do as this Elder Titan this time around. Just getting that spirit going, getting the punches going, making sure he's stacking those camps. The most important thing as ET is you stack your small camp, stack your hard camp every single opportunity possible.
So this mid lane matchup, Sumail versus Fardas, Kunkka versus Storm. How do we expect this one to go?
Because he's got Drower, it's only 2 damage in the beginning, but I mean, I think Fada should have a pretty decent time in this matchup. Because he can put the pressure onto a Kunkka quite a bit until the levels start building up. Once Kunkka gets some levels, once he gets higher level Tidebringer, those denies will definitely start to play a factor. Fada uses quite a bit of his mana on that first 2 waves, though. Pretty much every single remnant to secure last hits.
Sumail quick salve back up to full. Fada pops a mango.
Yeah.
And top lane, at the moment at least, Sax is going to be here. We are going to see a movement.
Mind control is actually walking to mid.
An early rotation in an attempt to block Sumail off as they'll get the Fisher. Have they got enough damage to get the kill though? Fada, he's got another mango to pop if he wants to try and chase this. He won't, he'll just be happy with pushing Sumail out of the mid lane.
He's going to miss 3 last hits from that. Fada, will he get all the denies? He's got 2. Will he get the 3rd? He can't.
Can't get the range retreat.
That was kind of cool there by My Control, sacrificing himself a bit there. Then he makes sure actually to block the pole camp too while he walks back top. So it looks like this time they're prioritizing some more levels on Soxa to put the pressure on.
That's never a bad thing to do. We've seen BP do this in the past. You know, so give that little bit of an early XP boost to the Phoenix, so you have that favorable damage to throw out against the Terrorblade in lane.
Yeah.
As the pressure on once more for Arteezy to see if he can carry. He did all right against sort of this duo in game 2. Certainly was not as punished as heavily as in game 1 in the lane. So we can expect similar results, I feel.
Yeah, he did lose his tower relatively early on, but...
Yeah, but he was able to still get good CS.
Absolutely. I'm mostly just watching this bottom lane, seeing how they can actually, you know, secure Ace's farm. As right now they're doing a pretty good job. The Elder Titan just kind of spamming out those spirits. He hasn't gotten a chance to stack the camps because we do see that ward that was placed by EG. They actually blocked the small camp, so there's no pull available, there's no stack available for that one. And PPD doesn't even opt to try to stack that hard camp here. Yeah. My Control's last hits much less than what they were last time.
Yeah, it took a bit of time to leave that lane. And that has allowed Arteezy to say have even a better time against these two heroes. In the first 3 minutes at least, he's second highest on the CS. Mid lane as it goes, Fada 17 for 4 against Samael's 12 for 4. That bit of a lead down to the fact that Mind Control did make that rotation and managed to push Samael away from a wave.
Yeah, Kunkka, once you get a couple levels too, it's like that Tidebringer really starts to add up for the denies in particular. But Storm, you can always force the lane in too. Like he's got Drow Aura and he's got just the constant static remnants that keep the Kunkka a bit under pressure, and Rune Control will be in Fada's favor as he's checking top. Will he get fortunate with the Rune here this time? Alright.
Oh,
it's there.
there.
Sumail gets it.
Samael will be able to punch back, and Deep Fada not able to refuel his bottle.
And Sumail will X himself, TP back to base, pick up some more items, and yeah, Fada has to be pretty sad about that one there. Arcane Rune also, of course, working on your Tidebringer, so you can use that one in favor for his lane too. Try to keep the harass up if he wants to.
See that bottom S4, trying to get aggressive onto Ace, goes in with the clap. PPD managing to distance crit though, so you don't have sort of the two of them going on the same target at the same time.
Ace's farm is being slowed down a little bit here this time around though.
They've got the Fisher, they've got the damage, Arteezy will fall.
Damn.
And NIP get first blood. It's a strong dual lane.
Yeah, they switched the priority this time on PPD. He might just get crit here.
He will.
He does.
The punches with that damage that he'd obtained on the Spirit. A good plus 69 bonus damage with that Astral. It's top right. The Bounty Rune. Mind Control is looking for the chase down, and Fly may have got the Rune, but will almost certainly pay off his life unless he is able to continue to keep the distance. They're bringing over Saxo as well. They want to chase for this one, and Fly has not got enough mana to TP out.
He's wasting a lot of time though, but they will get the kill.
And they go, give it to Mind Control. Extra bit of money for the Shaker.
And they get a nice party shrine coming out here. All three of them going to efficiently use that one with Fada as well. So we see Mind Control. He's not getting the most last hits up top, but they're threatening kills, and they're prioritizing Soxa getting levels. So level 4 Phoenix, level 3 on that Earthshaker. So that high magic damage is always something you want to see. When you're playing versus Terrorblade, having this is fantastic. Just a very squishy hero, at least in the health aspect, that is. I mean, armor, sure, hero super tanky, but magic damage early on is what you want to thrive at. See, Sumail hits level 6 because Fada made the rotation out. So now Fada has to actually jungle for a bit here at risk of dying.
That's correct. Walk himself into PPD. PPD out of range, light strike. Distance will be kept. Sumail, see if he can do anything here with the Invis Rune. Fada not quite level 6. No. But he'll simply come in and reveal himself. Doesn't feel that he would have enough damage.
The double bracer build is so ridiculous. 1400 HP on Kunkka.
Oh, one lane S4, getting aggressive onto Ace. They're able to bring him down. Crit with a light strike, finds the kill onto the Drow. With Fly's presence, they surround PPD2, looking to chase down another. Again, Crit with the stun control will help bring PPD down. EG will strike back on the bottom lane.
We see them do this a lot, right? They just like they get killed up top, and then they're like, all right, you know what, we have a Tower Blade. Tower Blade can jungle just as fast as he farms in lane anyway, so just rotate and try to put pressure on the opposing carry.
They certainly have to do this. As we saw last game, if they are unable to slow down Ace even just a little bit, the game, it gets into very dangerous territory for them. Ace will allow this lineup from NIP to potentially run you over in 20 minutes. Yeah, and like the build that he did in the last game was fantastic, right? He went for the Dragonlance into Shadowblade, and then he was getting involved even before he had that Shadowblade picked up, because he knows that Arteezy is just going to be jungling because he's a Terrorblade. He needs a lot more time as a TB in comparison to a Drow to just show up to fights if you get your 6 on Drow early, which, I mean, Ace is going to get anyway pretty early on in this game. It's looking to be another game where NIP are on track to take an early 2 on top mid lane. Harder. Got mana left in the tank to keep the distance. Sumail can't quite get the catch.
And we've seen those last hits heavily catch up for Sumail.
Yeah.
That's kind of expected. And NIP, they're looking to pressure top tower as they know TP's jungling. They want to try to get themselves some type of map control advantage. Just take advantage of this TP's jungling too. Crit, he's going to be willing to soak the lane for now and try to slow down that pressure coming out. Might get punished here though.
See, it's mind control. And Saxa diving in. Nice strike's going to be off the mark as they keep the distance and take him down. Bottom lane S4 starting to force Ace away. He has got the primal split ready, S4.
He's not quite level 6. He might just leave this and just go jungle like he did last time. So similar situations happening from both sides. I mean, a 1k advantage though for NIP. Even though last hits are slightly favoring EG, they have this like different type of dispersion of last hits on the side of NIP, where it's like you see the ET has some, Phoenix has some too. Also those 2 kill benefits on top.
And we're seeing both tier 1s getting very close to falling either side of the map.
Who's going to get deny? Mind control, will he get this last hit? He's got the totem.
He's trying.
Oh, crit!
Oh, mind control will be able to claim that top tower, as indeed Crit getting very close to being able to deny it.
I love that voice line. Shocking.
One lane. Quick sleep to hold S4 away. You can tell that S4 and Fly are looking for an opportunity to get in and find a kill with the split.
Saxa already he's almost level 7 on this Phoenix already, because they gave him so much top, and then Ace leaving the lane as well. Just really prioritizing this Phoenix levels this game. They did give him a lot last time, of course, too. They gave him that bottom lane pretty early on, but this time they're really, really giving Saxa the best start possible. Bottom. He's got stick charges for that egg. Considering it here.
See how much you can poke out of S4.
They're playing with each other here a bit.
He's going to force the primal split to come out. Crit's going to be there with Fly, and with those 2 heroes, they've got enough to bring down the egg. Saxa, he was just sort of hoping to bait out an ult and a retreat, but it wasn't going to be the case. We are going to see NIP try and punch back, though, even after losing Saxa, but Sumail, he's there with the control. They'll torrent our PPD. EG gets a double kill for Crit, as NIP choosing to take a very awkward fight off the back of Saxa, making a bit of an aggressive misplay.
Yep. Doing it way too close to the tower there. Just the quick TP responses from EG. It is giving Mind Control an absolute free farm top, as he's got the treads, he's got level 7, halfway toward that Blink Dagger. But Sumail very significantly farmed. He doesn't have the boat up. Gets hit by the stomp, but there's very low mana on Fada. Can they actually try to threaten this? I don't think so.
Yeah, Fada doesn't even want to try and commit with the mana that he's got left. He knows that this is pretty much an impossible kill between the 2 of them, without the ult yet being online for PPD. Bottom lane, EG will drive the tower, but Saxa does get the deny. Does not have a dive though.
5 mana for Laguna.
EG can run him down. They'll have it, and indeed Crit's got the mat. EG got the tower denied away from them. They get themselves a kill.
Arteezy. Fada's down here, but they don't actually want to try to threaten. Top though, Mind Control. Rotation from the Kunkka.
Dragging back with the X mark into the boat. S4 here as well as Mind Control. Very few ways he can play his way out of this one. He's trying his best. Torrent's going to be off the mark. Mind Control is going to do his best to hide. He has got an Echo available. He is surrounded. Does have the mana with the sword, but he knows that it's very hard. I mean, Mind Control. He'll finally fall. Didn't want to try and commit the Echo for a play against the 3 of them.
He didn't have any rotations coming up. Like last game, totally he had like Ace kind of coming up there early on, or Fada with the Visage coming up, but this time he didn't have the backup, so he didn't want to use that Echo Slam, as no one's there to help him. Back and forth we kind of go here, but Arteezy at the top of the net worth this game in comparison where it was Ace last time, who's having a much better time jungling since he got that level 6 so early. It was very important for him. Ace this time, yeah, got slowed down, so not having that marksmanship at that same timing doesn't allow him to jungle nearly as fast as a Terrorblade. And immediately, EG, they're smoked and they're hunting.
They've got the grip from Fly. They've got that way to open up and straight away flies in with the grip.
And the Shark.
No chance for Ace up top. As EG, they're keeping tabs on the Drow and they're keeping Arteezy well ahead. As NIP very much relying on a good team fight to sort of break this advantage that EG is getting.
Yep.
As playing from behind is never a good feeling with a Drow lineup, and the question remains, have NIP gone a Drow strat too far?
They're going to have to wait for the Earthshaker with the Blink Dagger, because this game, it's not the same. Because last game they had Nature's Prophet and Visage, which allows you to force down those tier 1s early. So this time around, they're going to have to get these a little bit later on, as the gold's going to come in a little bit slower, the map control is going to come in a little bit slower as well. So these tier 1s are going to be up a lot longer, which allows EG to make these constant plays around the map and respond to any type of movements that NIP has.
Excellent. On the way back from a warning mission, Fly. Won't quite spot him straight away. There's another ward placed down. Saxa still keeping himself out of vision range. They're not aware. So he will get those wards down and get out. They will find him though. He actually teamed it over to the shrine with the Nightmare.
God, it's caught mid-dive.
Cancelling the dive, crits in with the burst. Laguna to ensure the kill. May put Crit in a bit of a scary position though. As with the shrine nearby, Fighter quick with the TP in to make sure they can find a trade. But EG, they're actually bringing in Sumail and Arteezy for this fight. The poke will not hit. As Mind Control able to blink out, starting to back off. They get on top of him though with the S4 bruise split. Mind Control will die as EG are able to invade this half of the map.
And this time they're able to involve the Arteezy, while in like last game it was Ace getting involved a lot more in that Drow Ranger. Just having this much more overwhelming team fight this time with the Brewmaster, with the Kunkka. It gives them these options to kind of invade earlier on and put the pressure onto NIP, unlike that last time.
I know it's only sort of less than a 1k gold lead and a 2k experience, but you can't help but feel scared for NIP when you see Arteezy Terrorblade being ahead already.
They do have heroes that are very good versus the TB this time around though, right? They have the ET, that aura, always going to be a significant factor. They have the Storm too, who is enabled, because he's got that mix magical and physical damage. So if there's just a Spirit on top of that TB, his magical damage will be amplified, and he's also got Drow aura. So it's like these overload procs are going to come into play, and he's got that extra bonus damage. So they can look to hunt Arteezy a bit here, but not having those early tier 1s makes it a little bit harder.
Well, get themselves in. As for grabbing Bounty Rune.
2 for 2. Looks like it's going to be just a straight BKB rush on Sumail, as the physical damage, it is a bit limited. It's just really mostly the Drow Ranger. Sure, Storm Spirit can punch a bit through, but if the Rum is applied with a BKB, as long as they don't get like full comboed or something by that Earthshaker.
Surprising there, Dota Plus giving quite a sizable prediction in favor of NIP, 70% at the moment.
Especially when Storm Spirit's been losing like most of the games, right? Very interesting. The jump forward, Sumail.
They need a lot of damage though to bring down the Kunkka. They do have the control. The Earth Splitter comes out onto the 3 of them. Sumail will fall. Get the 1. Vote from the grave though. Comes down PPD, trying to back off and will manage to escape. They get that Kunkka kill. It's a big one.
Ooh, Mind Control. Almost gets caught by that stun. A lot going to come down to these initiations. Another thing we have to point out is, sure, Elder Titan, he's great versus Terrorblade, but it can go vice versa, as when you use Reflection, you get that natural order for your team as well, as long as it's whoever's around that ET2. Yeah, crazy amounts of team fight on both sides this time around. Should lead to some exciting mid-game. As they have Bruce Split available on EG, so they're looking to make plays, and with Kunkka, they can always make plays. It's got such a low cooldown on that ghost ship. They just want to keep making space, try to give Arteezy all that farming potential. As Mind Control, he's kind of stalking Arteezy, who's sitting relatively low up top.
Will show himself to clear the wave. The rest of EG on the hunt. Saxa alone.
We've got this one ward
We'll
placed.
see Saxa. See if they were happy settling for a Phoenix. And looks like they will be. Straight up with the grip. Saxa will get caught out. So, I mean, it's just a support, but at the same time, every time they can sort of take away an element of this team fight, they know that NIP is going to struggle to deal with EG then sort of taking that kill and turning it into an objective.
They get the sleep on PPD with the buyback from Saxa. They want to take this fight.
He does get too close as he's just getting burst down. Fada now trying to turn things. This is 2 buybacks used here by NIP in an attempt to turn things around. But EG, they're already starting to back off. As can they actually catch anything here, NIP? They'll get a tower deny at the least. But EG more than happy with that one as they force out 2 buybacks and very little is found in return by NIP.
How much do those cost them? 300 on the Elder Titan, 262 on the Phoenix. 560 gold total. And it's a Bruce split down. Well, NIP, they still have most of their fight available. Fada just flung forward.
Looks like Crit straight away. A Nightmare comes through, but will not save him. Fisher from Mind Control finishes off Crit.
They've got all their ultis on NIP. They're fine with trying to take these fights.
NIP are doing a grand job of scouting out any that were hiding in the trees with the Astral Spirit. So Samael unable to come in with a surprise play with a Torrent boat from the side. NIP stand strong.
They want to try to guard this tower as long as possible, even throwing the boat out to try to stall.
Clear out the creep wave. NIP already bringing this tower very low. They'll happily stand ground and take this tier 1 mid away from EG. Mind Control to get the money. Zaltizi BKB gold under 1,000 away.
Very good BKB game too, as long as he's not under vision and he can get it off before he gets jumped, or of course, like we saw last time, a beautiful Bane sleep that can come into play and kind of turn everything around. But especially if PPD can ever get on top of these heroes, that's the one big thing for the Elder Titan. Is if, you know, we're talking about physical damage, it'll start to build up on the side of NIP with that Drow aura getting higher level once he hits level 12. It's also if PPD can ever be in that front line, if he can itemize, if he can get himself like a Glimmer and just run in, or one of these type of items, he's going to be quite poor this game, but if he can get on top of that TB, their damage is going to be really damn high. As mid. S4.
S4 doesn't now split back up in time. Fada did use a lot of mana for this though, and Samael will try for the grab back, but Sparta's there with the quick zip. As he will be able to keep himself safe, and in fact NIP off the back of taking down S4.
They still got their ultis.
They'll see if they can try for more.
Low man on Fada, but he's probably going to shrine up before he tries to make a play here with his team.
EG do have the high ground.
Spirit,
Jump
sees
forward.
fly.
On control, free
Stun
man
on three.
Fisher, loads it up, ready for the setup, and the follow through's there from Fada. Zips in immediately onto the 2 of them. Phoenix Egg being committed to Samael, and Crit will back off. In fact, with the turnaround, Crit, he's able to just look straight towards Fada and burst him with the Laguna Blade. They'll still chase on. Mind Control blinks forward, really wants this kill onto the Lina, will get it, but now EG can fight back. Crit buys back immediately. The sleep from Peter will hold back S4. The Mind Control can keep the distance. Crit with that buyback will not be able to find the lockdown onto MC. MC still happy to play around. He has got that Echo Slam ready to go.
These 4 positions are just very farmed in this game. You know, Lina already with that Arcane Boots Yules, just catching Fada a bit off guard there.
PPD, go for the sleep on Arteezy, go for the TP out, nothing in range in time to hold him back. So we'll be able to play his way out of that one. Ace, Shadow Blade complete.
Lane Saxa has to be careful not to get Yules.
I've got the setup. Crit, has he got the timing? He certainly has. He does not have a Laguna Blade.
He's tanky.
Yeah, Saxon's going to be able to dive off, but now with the turnaround Mind Control. Echo Slam straight on top of S4. The Fisher down onto the other 2, but Samael doesn't get caught out. So he leads in with the Ghost Ship. The silence from Ace does cancel the Fiend's grip, keeping Fada fine. There's Fada and Ace now looking for the retreat. Fada low on mana, uses the last remainder of it to get himself far enough away from Samael. 2 for 2.
EG has these 2 BKBs now online, so Sumel does use it there, but Arteezy's able to save it a bit longer. So the difference this game too is that NIP, last game, they were kind of on a clock, right? They really wanted to kind of keep that momentum going, keep the pace going, because they have this Visage Drow. Yeah. This time around, it is a Storm Spirit who's farming pretty damn well, that can definitely farm into that later stages of the game and threaten versus TB.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's 3-1-4 at the moment, Fada. This is definitely one of the better Storm openings that we've seen with this hero at this round.
sure.
A lot of times we see it get maybe a couple of kills at the start, but then he resorts to jungle and he's always playing from behind. See this again though, Saxa just tanky enough, as we say. Laguna Blade wasn't quite back online, and MC quick to jump in and commit to make sure that they can get that guaranteed kill. Ace is in place to stop Fly from setting up onto Fada. And Fada just able to escape. Didn't have much mana left, but it was enough.
PPD will get set up here. That Aether Lens plus heals on crit. He's got the Laguna this time if he wants to commit it, but they've got more than enough backup to... Okay, never mind, he's gonna use it.
Yeah, Crit doesn't want to mess around there. Tried to leave it for Samael, but...
He looked like he was walking up and he was gonna get it, but no. Crit takes it.
You got to play fast at these points, and
How farm this
kills
Lina
a kill.
is. He's catching up to his conga.
He's picked up 10 of the kills.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of action.
Oh my
here,
god, he
Crit.
actually does have 10.
10 of the 15 kills. Crit getting the final touch too.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Keeping themselves poised over NIP's half of the map. NIP themselves will find a chance to finish the tier 2 top.
Fada had the Bloodstone queued up, but because he just got like Yule's comboed and just died twice just because of all the catch that EG does have, looks like he's queued up the BKB. That's going to allow him to just like, they already have this like overwhelming team fight. Now he can just like go into the back lines. If he can just focus fire this Lina, could be pretty significant.
And with the ET aura and the Drow aura, he's got the damage.
He's got the damage.
Just needs to stay alive and be able to get on top of them all. Why? With the setup, he has got a Fiend Script if he wants to go for this. PPD is there from the side, so he can look for a stomp to help things out, but S4 is already out with the Primal Split. PPD attempts for the sleep, it holds back Samael, but with the split already out, Arteezy and S4 can chase down PPD and find the Elder Titan.
He protects his 4 position though. We see how much Saxa is worth right now, has 2,300 gold in the bank. PPD will throw his life away for that one gladly. Very close game here this time.
Arteezy still a huge threat and closing in on, I believe, the best man to BKB Tummings he's had this series. He's just getting so much more farm earlier on in this game 3.
And they've given him a bottle. He's got a DD now too. And he's parked inside that roach.
Do they want to try for this? There's a lot of team fight from NIP.
A lot of scout too. They've got Elder Titan, one of the better heroes that actually just constantly throwing that spirit in there.
They do have good deep wards around sort of this area, EG. So they'll have good information on whether a player is coming towards, but if they go for a smoke around here, this could catch them off guard.
It's a smoke on smoke. All about that high ground EG, they'll claim it themselves. Smoke gets broken, crit.
They're going to jump straight away. Looking for the Lina, taking crit out of the fight. Crit's gone. BKB is committed by Fada, but so is from Arteezy with the BKB. Damage, he's moving forward, Fly. Tries for the grip, but Ace gets the silence up. It doesn't matter. The damage from Arteezy takes down Ace. He'll look towards the edge, but he knows that they can't take it down. They'll back off for now. Fada trying to play around with S4. S4 able to slow him down with the Drunken Haze. No attacks flying through from Fada for now. Arteezy wanting to go back in. He's got the full Manta. He's got the damage onto Fada. Fada's out of mana. Fada cannot escape. Controller in with the echo of the torrent. Samael puts my controls combo to a halt, buying time for Arteezy to get the Sunder off. And Samael, he's not done yet. Come back here, Mr. Peter Pandam. I ain't done with you. As he sets up Arteezy for the ultra kill.
DD Rune in the bottle. Look at that damage. He did everything. That was without their Bruce Split available too.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
There's way too much damage coming out from this Tower Blade.
As the Drow lineup.
They got on top of her.
Absolutely, no, Ace just in that middle lane in that position.
Look at Fly's positioning here. He gets the Fiend's Grip, and Fada had already used the Vortex on crit, so he zips to try to help Ace, but he's got no way to stop that Fiend's Grip for a bit. Majority of it goes off, and then Arteezy with that BKB can close the gap. They run away from that egg perfectly as they disengage.
Trying to go back in onto S4.
Yeah.
He feels that he has enough to get back in there, but you can see already Arteezy, he knows the mana's low on this storm. With the reflection now, they have the vision. Saxa tries to TP forward, but Fada, he just doesn't have the damage on his own to kill off S4. It was a great attempt from MC to swing things around, but that torrent from Samael, just in time, giving Arteezy that chance to get the Sunder off. And we can always expect to see very nice Nightmare saves with a smile there from Crit indeed as he sees that turnaround play being made by Samael.
He's like, all right, if Storm wants to use a zip forward and a Vortex on me, then we can get that control in the back lines. Fada does have to watch out his, you know, he's gone for this more of like, this, he's got Kaya, but he's got BKB, so his mana is kind of limited here until he has this Bloodstone finished up or whichever item he chooses to go for next. Has to be careful. As Arteezy, we see that net worth. It's up there.
Absolutely massive.
Yeah. Has an arcane rune now in the bottle too. Another very useful rune on a Terrorblade. I guess like the least useful rune is like an illusion or an invis rune. Everything else is pretty damn good on TB. As they still have this one ward down and they see Ace farming. They want to try to threaten him here. Gonna go for this top tower push. They've got meta available. They've got all their ultis available on the side of EG. Same thing goes for an IP though, as they look to try to set up. They're smoking.
And Roshan still stands.
They've got a full Shiva's guard on Saksa, so this is pretty damn strong here for them.
This is a good position for them to wrap around from.
Gonna have to watch how My Control can get the Echo Slam off.
See the Crit heading over. They know exactly where EG is. Crit and Fly standing together. They'll reveal themselves as Sparta tips him with a BKB. Commits onto Crit with a Nightmare by some type of Crit. He's able to use himself off. He's not dead yet. Finally, will he fall? He does go down. They get the Crit kill, but it takes so much time from NIP that they have to back off now. That was a lot committed. Pretty much the entirety of Fada's mana pool for just the Crit kill, and they can't stick around for more.
BKBs were not popped by EG either, so they were patient there. They know that that splitter was used. Crit's getting picked on. You know, he said he had those 10 kills, but now he's also got the 7 deaths for his team. They're really focusing on him quite a lot as Sumail X's himself away from that bottom lane.
I think, you know, EG, they are totally fine with this. I mean, this is a game where you look towards Sumail. He's very close to having a Halberd. Arteezy, as we've seen with the BKB, Manta stuff. Both of these heroes have only died once so far this game, and it's just so hard, really, for NIP to get on top of them with the positioning that EG are pulling off this match.
And now as soon as they get the Vlads, that's the time that they make the way into the pit. They know they have infinite sustain inside of that Roche pit with this item.
And NIP, they're in no position to get over here.
They're gonna know it's up though.
They've got to go.
Peter Spirit does scout it out for a moment. Fada is at half mana. He's gonna TP though, but it's dying very quickly. Can they make it in time?
And if they can, Fly holding PPD away from the pit. As Roshan, Ilsul, evil geniuses, they get it, and now they're ready to fight EG, jumping forward straight away on top of PPD, dragged back into the combo from Sumail, as they'll send him up into the air. S4 has more than enough control. Crit says that's my kill. He's able to take it with the Laguna Blade. As EG just getting away with objectives. Ace trying his best to get something out in return, but there's a Nightmare. There's also a Grip. Fly, he can buy the time to lock down this Drow. Drow does have buyback though. Saksa heads in with the Shiva's Guard and the dive. He doesn't commit yet with the egg. There's enough is there from just that Sunray dive combo to put EG off from committing for more.
They moved so quick to Ace there. It's almost like they knew that EG was setting up for the kill there.
Does he want to try and fight his... He's got a lot of backup. Ace is on his own, and Ace will quickly go for the TP out behind the neutral creeps. Getting back to base. BKB finished on the Drow, so Ace will stand more of a chance in these fights.
How's Fada's Bloodstone? Still quite a ways away. Incredibly close game. I mean, the gold, sure, Arteezy, he's super farmed, but for the rest of his team, I mean, it's 4 heroes for the side of NIP with just a Kunkka in between. S4 definitely getting slowed down quite a lot as this Brewmaster, but his job is just get the split off.
Still, Dota Plus, liking out of NIP. I feel like they're underestimating this Terrorblade. Or maybe feeling that, as you say, there are sort of sufficient counters in the game to deal with the Terrorblade. We'll see. Arteezy, he's nearly 6k ahead of anyone else in the game at 30 minutes in. This is an incredibly big Terrorblade, and in the other games, as we've seen, even when he does not have a crazy start, he is so hard to deal with in the later portions, and this game seems to be going that way.
Yeah, and he's got protection too. Like, he's got this Vlad's aura from the Brew, but he's also got the Rum. The Rum is one of those big things you have to be able to keep track of in the play. Sure, ET's gonna make everyone do a lot more damage if he's on top of him, but ET getting on top of a Terrorblade in this type of game when he's a 5-position ET is just unlikely. Sure, he can apply the magic damage aura amplification with the Spirit, but his own hero walking in is gonna be way too difficult as a 5.
We'll see how much EG can get done with the Aegis on Arteezy.
And they still got like 2.5 minutes on it. Arteezy just constantly sending illusions. Illusion top, cutting the wave. Illusions mid to try to farm up here. They do get stomped, but Yeah, just constantly sending those Manta Illusions as well as those Conjure Images to keep the farm up for himself.
We'll see. I'm interested if Ace does commit with this build. He has queued up the Aghanim Scepter on the Drow, so down the road, maybe preparing for the fact that they may have to play with sort of a racks down against them and having a way to clear through the TB illusions with that split shot.
I think that's the big thing. It's also pretty good versus the Brewmaster split. You can actually just focus them down, try to hit them, and your little bit of, I guess you could say, cleave damage on the Drow could be cool. We'll see if he changes it though.
Oh, he's a long way away from it.
Yep. Sox is level 19 in this game on the Phoenix, the same level as his Storm Spirit. Pretty crazy. My control only level 16 on Earthshaker. They're focusing a lot on making sure Soxa can have like the best game possible. Has a Halberd finish too. High level egg plus a Halberd could turn the tides in the fights as long as they can make sure that Arteezy or Crit are not just focus firing it. Because Crit is also, they're focusing a lot of farm on this Lina, making sure that she can kill the egg too. Incredibly close game though. And that is the Bloodstone, I believe, finished on Fada too. He's going to pick that one up. So if they can get some momentum kills here on the side of NIP, that could be a big factor. Just allow Fada to like zip into the back lines and then choose the targets that he can go for, killing these supports quite quickly. Also a nice regen rune top. NIP doesn't aware of that one though. Trying to force the issue here as they have 45 seconds left on that Aegis.
Looks zip in onto Arteezy, but as you say, now that he has the Aegis still there, they won't want to fully commit for the Terrorblade. Go for the quick Sunder, so he can stick around on the front.
Dire's top tower is under
NIP
attack.
certainly finding some farm out on the map whilst this occurs. Ace inside the Dire jungle, and Mind Control did push out that top lane a little bit, get that XP working his way towards the level 18. Wanting to get the BKB done next for the Shaker 2, so he always has that guaranteed opportunity to walk in, get his combo off without really being worried about getting sent up into the air by either Crit's Yule Scepter or S4's Primal Brew Split.
Initiation and counter initiation is going to be huge in this one. It's like if S4 is able to get his split off, if Sumail is able to get the boat off too. So yeah, vision factor on NIP going to be really important. If they can see those two crucial heroes, could be quite massive for them.
Out of the base they go. NIP ready to strike, but Arteezy does have an Invis rune at the moment. Sentry is down. Arteezy will walk under range of it. I do see him. Still not an easy target to jump, and he will not do so.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Bounty rune's coming up in about 8 seconds. I think that's why they're just trying to focus on getting those, keep their gold going. Very high stress game. This is game 3. An incredibly close series.
2 bounty runes apiece between the teams.
Looks like BKB the next choice for both offlaners, just wanting to make sure that they can get their ultis off, get them every single time. Both on my control as well as S4. It's really so much about that initiation on the fights, like we're saying. Just these two heroes so crucial.
How do NIP strike back? Because it really does continue to feel like it's EG with the superior control of the map. Arteezy just being able to get away with whatever he wants. All the farm in the world. It's going to be good timing on the butterfly into Skadi.
It is mostly just him farming though. You see that Kunkka? Yeah. He's still staying in between the 4 heroes of NIP. But, I mean, Lina's also farming pretty well, but S4 in the dust.
It's not going to be easy to kill him, but it is possible.
Yeah.
They have a huge combo. If they can get on top of him, but there's still ways to play around it. A Nightmare into a Sunder. The rum from Sumail.
Has the BKB out of his Yules. We'll have to be...
Pop it straight away, but Arteezy, he's already down the back lines looking towards PPD. He's charging in with the BKB and takes down the Elder type. BKB is committed from both sides.
He saved his meta, but did have to use the BKB.
It's understandably the pace of this game is slowing down for both teams. Everything on the line in this game 3. Neither side wanting to make the risk making that game-losing mistake.
Yep. And we've seen these Terrorblades, like, sure, it might be a solo carry Terrorblade in a way in this game, but he's amplified by his teammates getting these items for himself, the Vlads, the AC, and whatnot. We've seen this TB carry by himself time and time again. And we have seen the item adjustment, of course, by Ace. You know, I was looking for that butterfly MKB.
Would have been fun, but...
He might still change, but I think this is probably just a little bit of a better option, as it helps the Storm Spirit a lot more.
Is under attack.
Yeah, he didn't really sort of have that damage item. The Aghanim's would have really sort of added on. Courier? Nah, doesn't want to risk it. He's out of there. He's spooked.
He gets spotted as well, so yeah, a bit scared. Almost that, I mean, full AC coming out.
EG there on the high ground. We're going to see NIP try and lead him with the Earth Splitter and the grab straight away, but
again.
they're sleep indeed. Buying time for S4 to potentially get off the split if he wants to. Going to get sent up into the air by the Eels from Mind Control, but now Mind Control just gets turned upon immediately. The Metamorphosis is out. Two buybacks are having to come out from NIP as they're just getting overrun by EG. Arteezy does not have the vision for Ace. So Ace will be able to escape with the Shadow Blade. Arteezy, been disarmed, runs back into the safe hands of Crit and Samael. Still though, S4 playing around with Mind Control, but he's already out of there with the Earth Panda. They don't want to fight for more. EG, they'll take that.
Yeah, two buybacks. Absolutely.
And close to Roshan coming back up. We're going to see it back in a minute.
They've just been doing such a good job. I've been seeing this so much from RT. I mean, he's played like what? I can't even count how many Terrorblade teams in this tournament, but just making sure that all the lanes are pushed in. He sends Illusions top, sends Illusions bottom, and keeps his hero mid.
Another attempt.
Keeps the pressure on.
He did zip forward for Samael. Samael will go for the X mark, and Fada will not feel confident going up to the high ground blind.
Yeah, they keep this map control going, and that's going to allow them to more than likely secure this Rosh in 40 seconds. They don't have the primal split, but it'll be up when Rosh is up.
They won't have the meta. Meta will still be down for 50 seconds after Roshan respawns.
Yeah, look at this though. Crit position top. They keep drawing the lines. Just keep these side lanes. Keep every single lane pushed in onto NIP's side. And PPD, he's getting caught again, and he used buyback.
BKB is going to be committed by Arteezy. Wants to get PPD out of the match. Knows that no buyback for 70 seconds.
That's going to allow them to go for the Rosh, even if they don't have the meta. No, Elder Titan, that's a significant force for NIP.
So Arteezy sitting on 6.4k gold.
Jeez.
Skadi is bought up.
Farming so fast. Just so much space on the map. Just, yep, every single lane pushing it onto NIP's side. Time and time again.
It just feels so hard for NIP to make a play happen.
Yep.
I don't think the plan was to be in this position when Peter decided to attempt a drow strat again against Arteezy's Terrorblade.
Radiant's top tower.
As they're playing pretty severely from behind now. EG into the pit.
They kill this so fast too, with how farmed Arteezy is. He's got a Vlad's aura too.
So these wards as well. I mean, EG all the information they need to know that NIP are not at the moment heading towards this pit, so this will be a free Roshan for Evil Geniuses. Aegis and Cheese to them, and they can immediately look to fight. You already see S4 with the haste rune, the classic, straight away looking to start things off. He tries for Ace, but Ace with the Shadow Blade will be forced up to the high ground as well. He's going to be kept safe. Fada, he's trying to poke back at this. He has got an Arcane Rune active at the moment. Sent up into the air by the Yules. They're going to try and turn. They've got the silence. Mind Control goes to the echo, but there's not enough damage. The Sunder as well. Arteezy, he gives his life for S4, but it's going to potentially cost him his own. The Ultimate is going down, but Arteezy with the BKB, he keeps S4 alive. Samael will fall. A buyback comes out from Fada, and Arteezy will finally lose the Aegis. The split's still active as S4 can look to go hunting for more here as they control Mind Control, throwing him up and down. He gets the blink off the back of his own Yules. Saxo as well able to TP back to the base. A Fisher trying to protect Ace, but Arteezy Hurricane pikes himself over the Fisher, brings down the Drow.
And there's no buyback on the Drow. He's down for 70 seconds. They used Fadas as well.
A lot of buybacks. Buybacks coming out from both sides, Samael and Crypt buying back into the game.
Mind Control hesitated a bit on the Echo Slam, thinking he might not need it to bring down this brew before the split happens, but he ends up, I mean, he did need it.
There's the push and Saxa. Love to dive away, Fada. Trying to go for the zip in. That play as well, Arteezy giving his life there, feeling confident he had the Aegis, knowing that if he can keep S4 alive, allow S4 to get the split off, they can take the fight. But now Arteezy, he zipped in, they have the control, the sleep as well, Mantis,
he gets the Thunder again.
Arteezy, he's alive, takes out Mind Control. He'll be edged back to safety by Sumail, but Arteezy, he wants to keep going in. Moves in with the BKB. Has to respect when the BKB does run out and will return to hitting away at the racks. No Mind Control for 80 seconds. EG have the space to take the bottom set of racks.
They pass him the cheese too, just in case.
That's NIP really playing from behind now.
He has double the net worth of the next hero on this Terrorblade. 14, 1, and 4 on RTZ.
You let him play that Terrorblade, and he certainly will. Arteezy giving us the carry performance that a lot of the fans will have expected to see from him on the main stage. This time he is doing it at 11 out of 10. This is Arteezy at full power. As Dota Plus has realized its errors, 83% now, as it says for EG, as EG already straight up to the top racks. They're looking to take more, still 25 without the threat of Mind Control. At this Rax has got as well. Fada will try for the lead in. He's committing straight away on top of Sumail, but Sumail gets the chance to pop the BKB. The boat's going to come down as well. But stun, it connects on PPD. It hits Fada too. Fada will be able to zip back to base. But now Ace, the Sunder aggressively used by Arteezy, brings Ace down. The torrents there onto Saxa. As Ace and PPD do not have buyback. Saxa does. They have the three of them. But that top Rax gets beat down by EG. EG now 2 sets of racks up against NIP. 20k advantage.
And they've got meta.
They're not done.
Nope, they want to close this one.
EG, is there any stopping them now at this point? Mind Control is in trouble on the side. The BKB committed by S4 is on top of it. The light strike for a crit. Do they have the vision though? They don't. Mind Control will still get out of vision. Gets the blink out as well. Turns towards the TV. Echo Sam's out, but the illusions with the Scotty slowing him down. Mind Control is dead. Fada, the final attempt hit from his stall. It's not slowing them down as EG, they take the mid-racks. The damage now onto the tier 4s. 20 seconds until Ace is back. They have no splitter, they have no supernova.
They've got the grip on Fada on the bottom too.
They're trying their best, but indeed, again, Sax is caught out. Fada gets bursted down. GG well played is called as Evil Geniuses will move on here at the Malaysian Major, Kuala Lumpur Major, and NIP reach the end of the road.
EG just, it got to a point where Arteezy's the only one farming on the team really, but that's the only one they need to farm. They completely suffocate NIP inside of their base. And just an incredible performance. Too much pressure on NIP to really line everything up perfectly versus this EG lineup. And yeah, S4, he just blinks in as long as he gets the split off, and